Welcome back, Flosstube. This is Stephanie with Kate's Crafts, and this is Flosstube number 3. And hopefully you're in the right spot. This is my YouTube channel about cross stitch, sometimes other crafting as well, as you'll see, but mostly cross stitch. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you for coming back. So great to see you again. This video has been, I'm a couple weeks overdue. Apologize for that. Life has happened. And to be honest, my husband is putting running power to our garage. So if you hear sawing, we're all doing the best we can right now, right? So is what it is. So that being said, this is my update for most of October and now apparently almost half of November. And let's get started, I guess, on things that have been going on and what's to come. So I guess first off, cheers. Cheers. We all need this right now. Well, maybe I need it more than some of you, but cheers. So my new wine glass from Hallmark, sip, hang ornaments, repeat. Love Christmas in this house. Love Christmas. Have not gotten the go ahead to put up Christmas trees yet in this house, so a little bitter. But I did put up my new Star Wars tree because Mandalorian season 2, right? So hopefully you guys have been watching that. So good. So good. So cheers. This is a Russian River Valley, California Pinot Noir from Gary Farrell, in case you're interested. So cheers. I think it's late enough to be drinking on a Sunday. Well, I'm doing it anyway. So one thing I am doing this week is I am going out of town, which means I had to film this today. Wasn't entirely my plans. I was going to try and do that tomorrow night, but I will be on a plane. Last minute work trip to Orlando. So not the worst place in the world to go, but haven't flown since everything shut down. My last trip to Orlando was about 2 weeks before everything shut down. And I travel all the time for work. My last job, a lot more than this job, but my husband's been great about being with the kids, but I think it's a lot to ask right now. A lot to ask. So I am going to be gone Monday through Friday, and it is what it is. We're going to see how this all goes. Like I said, I guess there are worse places to go, but in light of that, I'm channeling my inner Disney geek today. So I am geeking on WDW. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Geekin podcast. Kurt and his daughter Lindsay run that podcast, and Kurt and his wife are amazing, and Margita, and they're amazing people. I've been on the podcast, and they do trip reports from folks, and they do it in a little bit different way. Talk a lot about food, not so much fast pass planning and all that stuff, although you don't have fast passes anymore. But if you get the chance and you're into Disney, it's a great podcast to hear about. And they've been doing a lot of reviews lately with people who've been since the reopening, and that's going pretty interesting. So, anywho, all right. So I guess that being said, go check them out if you need a podcast. And if not, we'll get into whips. So wish me luck traveling this week. But this is most of what I did in October and a little bit of November. I'll be honest, I mentioned we had a lot of stuff going on health-wise across my family in October, including myself. And unless you've been living under a rock, there was an election. And even though stitching has kind of become my therapy, my stitchy mojo was just not what I expected it to be, especially the second half of October and early November. So here's hoping, getting into Christmas, that all comes back. And forward motion, right? People, forward motion, one day at a time. So I guess the first one I had an update on was my Halloween sampler from Shashuda Cross Stitch. It's stitched on 14 count Aida. I think last time you guys saw it, I had just the black on the tombstone and the purple of the cat, finished the purple on the cat, added the purple on the headstone and started a little bit up top here. And then I added all of this golden yellow color. So come along. I actually did this because of another Black Needle Society. They had a Halloween mini retreat, I guess meetup, stitch along. And they had a couple stitching challenges in there, and this is what I used for that. So a little bit of progress. This one will probably go away now till next fall. I'm not really feeling stitching on Halloween right now, but that is okay. Next one I have is my Peppermint Purple Year of Blackwork Sal. And I think last time you guys saw that, I didn't have any of this up here, and I didn't have this entire striped band in. I used one of the alternate band patterns for that, which I thought came out really well. And I'm making a lot of progress on this. Again, this is 18 count oatmeal Aida, and I am stitching exclusively in DMC 910, which is this green color. I'd like to have this out for Christmas. Apologize for my little parked thread there. I guess it's parked on a blackwork. I think this is what I'm going to take to Orlando because it's one DMC color, fairly straightforward. I don't need my tablet for pattern keeper. This is all on paper printout. So I think this is what I'm going to take. A week of progress on this only would be probably pretty interesting. I might take another one just to have options, but we'll see. But I'm really loving this. And she announced, Peppermint Purple announced the 2021 style. She's going to do another one, and it will have similar blocks like this, and you can either do the same layout, so you'd have a matching set, or a square pattern. That would be a little bit easier to frame, I guess. So if you're interested, check that out on her Facebook group, or if you just go to peppermintpurple.com, I believe that is her business site, and then on there under, she has the stitch along, she has the Year of Blackwork sale on there. Another one I can't show you what I stitched. I know it's somewhat of a tease, but I won this fabric, so it would have been in haul, but I won this fabric from Be Stitch Me on one of their giveaways. It's Through the Stones. So this is my first time stitching on 28 count, and it's okay. So I did stitch 2 over 2. I can't show you what I stitched because it's a gift and I haven't sent it out yet. But I will tell you that I mean it's a big piece, so I will use this again. But it was interesting. I think I'm not really a fan. I know I just said the Halloween ones on 14 count. I think I'm just not really a fan of 14 count. I think it looks a little too sparse for me, maybe. So I don't know if I go up a count or I try stitching over 1. I may try stitching over 1. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Tell me if I'm crazy. I know some people stitch over 1, but that one, I will take a picture of it and I will save a picture and I will insert it in my next video, which will be sooner rather than later. We'll get to that in plans, but I will insert a picture and show what it looks like when it's completely FFO'd, because I actually have a frame and I'm going to do that tonight. So that's exciting. I'm proud of myself doing something new. My next whip is my, and I should say that chart I stitched on that is one that I designed myself. So there's no chart to even show really. I just mapped it out and made it work. I'll let Tim Gunn make it work. This next one is the first Hade I started. Yes, it's the Mini White Magnolia by Marianne Broom. And I had finished page 1 and I had a bunch of parked threads on the top and the side. So basically I just worked in, kind of see where the page ended. I worked in a ton of the parked threads. I'm still really loving this. And this is stitched on, this is a 25 count easy grid from Charting Creations, Lugana. And I am doing 2 over 1/10. I don't know if you can tell that, but I really love this piece. And I want to spend a little bit more time on it. It just, like I said, my mojo has just not been there, but I worked in probably 3/4 of the threads from page 1. So I'm kind of doing that just to kind of clean it up a bit, and then I will probably start on page 2 and move over. That's the plan. And sometimes picking up and just dealing with parked threads and not having to have any floss with me was easy. I did that in a car when I was waiting outside the hospital at one point. So it was nice. I didn't have to worry about carrying threads. I had to bring scissors in my tablet for pattern keeper. So just make it work, right? All right, my next whip. I think if you guys remember on my second Flosstube, I had found this tray and I was redoing the Stitchonomy Sal frame to fit this. And I know I'm going to wrap this around the outside, but you can kind of see if I do this how it's going to look. Let's see, do this well here. So I think from a shape standpoint, I actually did really well. So I finished the frame. See this spider here? I need to add another spider here, here, and here, and that frame will be completely done. But size-wise, it fits. I know it's a little off-center, but it fits. Very exciting. So, and I have all of the little blocks that go in here. I have them all printed out. I did not keep exactly the way she posted it. I took some of the ones from the group. This bottom is from one of the members of the group that was not in the frame either. And I kind of repurposed her as side images and have moved them around to accommodate the way I changed the frame. So hopefully you guys like that. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. This, again, my goal was to get this done by October. Other than the spiders, I got it done on Halloween. And I'm excited. I think this looks good. And I have a plan. So this one I'll probably keep handy and maybe just try and, I'd like to have it done for next Halloween, but I'm guessing this will be like an August, September power through and do one square every 2 days or something. So, but very happy with that. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, like I said, it wasn't the hot mess I expected it to be. So very exciting. So thank you for everyone's comments on that as well. It kind of cheered me on for trying something new. That was definitely different for me. So, and last but not least on my whips is my favorite, my Harry Potter book covers. And when you last saw it, I was just starting to get into this art here, and I have done all of this. So this, basically everything from here down, I did in October. And there's a lot of confetti in there, a lot of confetti. So it may not look like much, but that took a while. And now I'm starting to get down into the like burgundy and purples that are going to come in here under this arch. Still have some, ninja stitches to fill in there. I really would love to have the discipline to do diagonal stitching or even just not like a 10 by 10 block, but I just seem to want to live in my cross country world, even though it's not extreme cross country, it's just within the next, block or two cross country, but filling in those ninja stitches is a pain in the wazoo. So I am telling myself that I am going to try and be better and maybe be a little bit more disciplined as I go into book 2 or make a breaking point and be good. Try that. So I don't know. How do you guys stitch? Leave in the comments below. Let me know. What should I try? How do I break this habit? Have any of you broken this habit of just not wanting to park a thread every 5 seconds? Love to know. I'd love to know. So that's it. That's it for whips. Haul. Now, don't yell at me. Although I guess no one yells at anyone here. We're all fully supportive of our hoarding and procurement of supplies. So that being said, I would like to highlight, I do have an FFO. I finished I voted. Here it is. Here's one finished. I ended up finishing 5 of these. So those have gone in and out, and I kept one for myself. So this one, everyone wanted the magnet ones. I tried one with a pin back, and everyone wanted the magnet, so I have the pin. So I'll have to make another one as a needle minder, but so cute. And if you don't remember, this is the free pattern from Ink Circles under their free goodies. So did you vote? I was so happy to have my own my own sticker, but I also had to get the 100 years of women voting one as well for my poll worker. So I had two. So, all right. Now, haul. I bought a lot of fabric. Imagine that. Last time we talked, I had a lot of fabric. This time I have even more fabric, but I have matched it up with patterns that I intend to stitch. And I have a list of all the patterns that I want to buy. Sorry, guys. It's bad hair day here. So most of these, actually, I think all of these are from Brandy at Bestitch Me. I may have a problem. So I'm going to try and limit myself to only using fabric I have. Unless there's a pattern I really, 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 really want that I need different fabric for. I'm trying to be good. So, that being said, let's see, I have, let's see, might be able to use this as a background. So my lighting is not the best today, I apologize. So, this is a really nice neutral gray. That is not coming out okay. That I got. This is actually a really big piece. It's a half a yard, and I found several. It just keeps going. Big piece. I found a bunch of ornaments from one designer on Etsy, and it's a bunch of Santas with different animals, and they all have kind of a light gray background. So I'm going to stitch a bunch of those on here, and this is 18 count Ada. So love that. This one is another no-named there you go. Maybe this is better. You can see it's kind of like a tan mottled with a little bit of, it's got like a little bit of, I want to say pink. It's a little bit of maybe a little burgundy flush kind of color in there. This one, I found a hands-on design old ornament set from, I think, 1991. I think that's when it's from. Joyeux Noel, and it's got 3 ornaments in it, and I think I'm going to stitch that on this and change the colors up a little bit. I was able to snag some, and I should say this is over like 5 weeks, 6 weeks since I've seen you worth of fight nights, because I think I had some arrive like the day after I finished my last video. This one is even weave, 27 count even weave. I'm gonna have to try that out. This is Scotsman. I really wanted Scotsman. This was the fabric of the month, and I want to stitch Talk Winter on this. So as soon as some of the stores start getting this, it's all pre-order right now. I'm going to be getting it, and I'm very excited to try that on this fabric. And I may even have enough to do Talk Autumn on it, but for sure this is what I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna use this for. All right, next, this is another nice neutral. What I did is I printed out, you know, I had my little folders last week. Well, since I don't own the patterns for all of these, I printed out pictures of the patterns. So I could tuck them in the fabric so I know what fabric I want to match up with this. This is just another, it's a little bit darker than a beige. It's not quite as mottled as the other one though. And this one I'm going to do this Hawaiian quilt sampler on. This is from Ink Circles, and I know I may not look it to most of you, but I am actually Native Hawaiian, and I love Hawaiian quilt block patterns, and I wanted to find cross stitch patterns that have them. Haven't been able to. I know they're pretty basic as far as block, right? That's kind of the nature of them. But this also has the Hawaiian alphabet on it, and those are the letters in the Hawaiian alphabet. So really love this pattern, and so I'm going to stitch that on this fabric. And this is trying to lay out some of the stuff I have plans for 2021, so I don't go crazy and buy a ton of things. And this fabric is the gray I showed you guys last time, so this is not new, but I am going to be stitching the Chalk Talk Autumn, I think, on this gray more than that blue, but we'll see. Maybe they'll go on the same fabric or not, but I'm holding this one for that pattern. This purple, wow. So this is the same like grape purple as my shirt. It's looking a little blue when I hold it up there. This is not blue at all. It's just really a pretty amethyst purple. That one this is a pattern that I found on Etsy. So I just bought that yesterday, and it's basically, I think I'm going to stitch a very light purple on this. So it's two-tone, and yeah. So that is that. This is a 18 count Ada. And then I did buy Forest by Satsuma Street. I ordered that, and it's on its way to me. And for that, I have Grog from Be Stitch Me. This is 18 count Ada. And again, it's a nice neutral brown. This one's a little lighter than the other one, so it doesn't have as much modeling on it. But so I think that matches the color of the pillow pretty well. So we'll see how that goes. And then I found this pattern on Etsy as well. And I'm going to stitch that in white on this. This is 22 count Ada that I got. And this one, I was hoping actually it'd be a little more red, to be honest. But it's really like a red mauve kind of light burgundy, maybe. Light burgundy is probably the way to put that. So it's got a little more pink in it than I wanted, but still very Christmassy. I think with white it'll look great. And this is just monochromatic. So here they have this black on beige. I'm just going to have white. That'll look really pretty. And I'll probably finish it in a square frame rather than an oval, but we'll see. See how that looks. So that is also on its way to me. And almost last but not least, a couple more things to haul here. I also got a membership to Primitive Punch Needle magazine, and I really, really, really love this cardinal piece. So this piece, I actually ordered the fancy floss to go with it, and I am going to stitch it on not another sampler. And there was enough here. This was a set of 4. She had one in each of the 2020 magazines, and I like 3 of the 4. And I'll probably stitch 3 of them on this. So I'm making this as a gift for my aunt for Christmas. I'm fairly certain she's not watching, so that's safe. But she loves cardinals, so that is my plan for that. And I think I said that's 18 count Ada. All right, the last 2 things I got from Be Stitch Me was decided to try some of her hand-dyed silks because I've only stitched with DMC. Again, that purple is just a little bit lighter than my shirt, a little bit more magenta. But this is a beautiful like wasabi type green. And these are actually a little bit darker purple than this, but these are actually our wedding colors. So I had to get these, and I'm going to give this a try. Haven't determined which projects I'm going to use these for yet, but excited to try these. So, and then the last thing I got, a lot of people talk about stitching on Monaco, and I had never gotten Monaco. And I was at Joann's, and oh, sorry for the glare there. They have it at 28 count Monaco, just in white, and I thought I'd get it and try it. And I was thinking about stitching the Hello from Liz Matthews, the first day of Christmas, second day of Christmas, and she just came out with the third. I don't have these patterns yet, but I was thinking about stitching them on here, but if I did, I'd stitch them over 1. These patterns call for 40 count linen, picture this plus fog linen. I don't know if I'm ready to go 40 count. But I also don't want them to be huge. So I was toying around there. I might do some test stitching on this Monaco over 1, like 1 over 1, and see, because I really do want to get, eventually she's going to have all 12 of these, and I would like to have this as like a banner on my mantle and finish them all as banners. So we shall see. We shall see. But I don't know. Have you stitched on Monaco? Am I crazy to try over one? I guess that's for me and I'll probably end up needing to get readers. Oh, it's so much fun getting old, isn't it? All right. Um, so that's it for haul for cross stitch. I did get a bit of haul. I know some of you probably have previously or are into scrapbooking, and I have followed Aliedwards for a long time. And she does a thing every year called December Daily. And I got her December Daily kit. And the idea is that you tell a story every day from December 1st through, you can do the 25th, 31st, whatever works for you. She does it through the 25th. And so there's some scrapbook goodies in here. Love these little felt stitched hearts. And there's some like a bunch of little transparency circles, things like that. So I'm looking forward to put banners along with papers and other things in here. This is a whole little box of goodies that I got. Her blog is pretty amazing, and I'm really looking forward to this year because we're not really doing much. And I really want to try and be disciplined and hold myself to actually telling stories. You know, I think trying to be present, trying to live in the moment, trying to be cognizant that people are not always in our lives as long as we'd like them to be, and having those stories and remembering them is important. So I am going to try and make this a focus for December and do a little bit every day, or at least try and get a story documented every day. I may not make the scrapbook pages until January, but at least write a story, get the memories, take the photos, and jot it down while it's still fresh. And so I'm hoping to do more Flosstube videos / December daily videos in December. And I'd love to do Flossmas one a day. At the very least, I have some fun advent calendars to check out. But this is kind of where my focus is going to be. This and stitching, maybe alternating, making progress a little bit here and there in the month of December as well. So go check out aliedwards.com if you're interested. Her blog is pretty cool. So that's it for haul. The other thing I have is I won, so I had a little bit of happy mail. Stitching with Friends is a Flosstube channel that has 4 lovely ladies, Athena, Holly, Lisa, and Laura, and they are super fun. And they have a Facebook group too. Their Flosstube and their Facebook group are both Stitching with Friends. And they sometimes do meetups on their Facebook group using the rooms feature and stuff. So go check them out. It's really good. And they had a giveaway for Halloween, and I won. And so I won this Witchy Witchy. So it says Witchy Witchy Screamy Screamy Happy Happy Halloweeny. So, and that is by Pine Mountain Designs. It's super cute. And then Lisa was so cute. She threw in this Lizzie Kate if the broom fits with it. So cute. And I didn't get a chance to stitch either one of these for Halloween this year, but these are definitely going to go into my stash for next year. So thank you guys. So nice to get happy mail. So that's it for this week, this month, this update. And like I said, my plan right now would be to come back December 1st. I was not around when a lot of the advent calendars for Christmas went on sale, so I don't have any stitchy advent calendars coming. But I do have a Harry Potter Funko calendar, and I have a wine calendar, and I have a cheese calendar. So I at least have that to update every day, and hopefully I could update that. We can have a little bit of wine together, and I can share whatever little bit of crafty goodness I can get done every day. So we'll see. It might be like an every other day thing. I'd love to come up just for 5 minutes or so every day, but you know, hopefully things stay open. I don't know. Numbers are going up. Everything's going crazy. Everyone's talking about shutting down. Our schools are, knock on wood, still face-to-face 5 days, and our school is doing relatively well, but all the schools around us have all gone back to virtual and they're all closing down again. So it's pretty much inevitable. I'm guessing after Thanksgiving, I'm guessing we'll have next week, and then the week of Thanksgiving, they're closed anyway. And I'm guessing November 30th, we'll start full virtual at home again. And I'm not saying that's the right or wrong thing to do. It's probably the right thing. I had to go pick up some things at Target and Costco, and I mean, it's either people preparing for the end of the world again, or everyone just is so tired and they don't care, and I don't know anymore. But here's hoping that we all stay safe, you guys all stay healthy. Have a great Thanksgiving, even if it isn't the way you want it to be. Big family gatherings, let's just put them on hold. Put them on hold. Everyone stay safe and healthy. And please, if you got some positive vibes to send for me traveling next week, I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, hopefully we'll see you here December 1st. So thanks again. Cheers. And have a great holiday, everyone. All right. Bye.